The Nuggets roster had played 36 career Game 7s. OKC has played 3. We know Aaron Gordon was playing through a grade 2 hamstring strain. Nikola Jokic finding Gordon, who said, injury? What injury? 8 points, 11 rebounds in 25 minutes. But Jalen Williams was also there in the second quarter. Gilgeous-Alexander finding him. He knocks down the 3 off. The Nuggets miss. Williams there to grab the rebound and just turns on all of the motors. Goes coast to coast for the easy slam. OKC turning things around, and speaking of, they turned it over a lot. Forced the turnovers, more likely. Williams fired up there with that fast break dunk. Denver turns it over again. Told ya. Thunder in transition. Williams flies in for the layup. OKC fans going crazy. Thunder lead 56-43. Williams getting in the paint. Gets the friendly bounce on the short jumper. He had 17 points in the second quarter. That's tied for most in any quarter of his career, regular season or playoffs. It was no regular game for OKC. On to the third, and they were up 66-46. SGA said, how about making a 23-point game? And he does. Later in the second, Thunder up 74-57, just completely separating and frustrating. Jokic there, SGA lays it in on the other end. Thunder up by 19 and then some. Case in point, for Cason Wallace rises up for the poster slam on Jokic. A huge dunk by Wallace. The OKC bench loving it. I mean, they should. They were up by 21 at this point. 20 here. Wallace again pokes it away from Jokic. Finds Alex Caruso. Hey, share the love, and he does. Lays it in. 37 points off turnovers for Thunder. That's most by any team in a Game 7 since 1998. They led 97-72 after 3. We're in the fourth. SGA getting inside. Banks it in. Plus the foul. Thunder rolling. Up by 28 after that made free throw. Up by 30. Caruso again. Stripping Jokic, dishes to SGA for the easy flush. Thunder win 125-93. Here's Coach Dagenot on what this win meant.
There's not many games you wake up in the morning and you know that you're going to remember the game for the rest of your life, and Game 7's one of them. If we just bet on who we are individually and collectively, we're a really hard team to beat. You want them to get these sorts of things because they deserve them, and not everybody always gets what they deserve, but this team deserves these types of opportunities, and I was just really happy for those guys.
We can win no matter the environment, no matter the type of game. It could be ugly, it could be pretty, it could be high scoring, it could be low scoring, it could be a lot of free throws, it could be no free throws. Like, no matter what it is, we can find a way to win, and I think that's very important this time of year. We play a really good team in the Timberwolves, and we got to try to beat them 4 times before they beat us 4 times. And that's all I'm worried about, all our team is worried about. Like Dub just said, just trying to be where our feet are in the moment and see what's in front of us and try to attack it and come out on the right end of it. I think that's why we've gotten this far in the season, and we're going to continue to do so.
All right, so with the Thunder win, a fan base is guaranteed to see something for the first time in quite a while. All 4 franchises in the conference finals are on NBA title droughts of at least 35 years. The Thunder and Knicks haven't won one since the 70s, while the Timberwolves and Pacers have never won one. One team that won't be celebrating, the Denver Nuggets. Here's Jokic on this Nuggets team.
Do you feel like this team could still win a championship as it's put together now?
I mean, we didn't, so obviously we can't. If we could, we will win it. So I don't believe in those if stuff. So we had the opportunity, we didn't win it. So I think we can't, and we will see, But from now, like next couple of days, there's going to be a lot of beer probably.
I would really appreciate it if there were a couple of days in between games in the playoffs instead of every other day, a travel day and a recovery day, just two days. I think the product of the game would be a lot better, just to give all these professional athletes just one more day of rest, and you would see a higher level of basketball, probably less blowouts.
Basketball analyst Jay Bilas joins us here on SportsCenter. All right, Jay, the Thunder started off a little bit slow, took off in the second quarter, never looked back. What stood out to you in their must-win game today against Denver?
I thought it was OKC's best game of the playoffs. They were relentless defensively. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander was MVP worthy in this game. He had 35 points, went 12 of 19 from the field. but it was really the dominant defense. And I thought it was exhibited by Alex Caruso, who wound up guarding Nikola Jokic on several possessions throughout the course of the game. And Oklahoma City, throughout the course of that 7-game series, really kept a body on Jokic and then kept length behind him, whether it was Isaiah Hartenstein who was guarding him with Chet Holmgren behind, or you had Caruso taking him on in this game, getting up underneath him, making things difficult. It was not Jokic's best series, but you have to give credit to Oklahoma City. Their defense is just relentless. Great ball pressure, great rotations. Their closeouts are always on point, and they do a great job protecting the rim.
22 forced turnovers from OKC, which contributed there to Jokic's frustrations, as you said, Jay. But we have to give the Nuggets a little bit of credit here. They took a top team to 7 games. So why couldn't Denver get it done?
Well, that's a great point. You have to give Denver a lot of credit. You know, they fired their coach and general manager with 3 games to go in the regular season, and then went on a very nice playoff run under David Adelman. But I think they just kind of ran out of gas in a way. They were banged up and injured. Michael Porter Jr. had the shoulder. He was great in Game 3, but it was really difficult for him to fight through that. And then in Game 7, Aaron Gordon had that hamstring issue, and he's fought a calf issue throughout the course of the season, missed 31 games. Anytime you have those soft tissue injuries, they're really difficult to deal with. But that really made Denver vulnerable in Game 7. And they were vulnerable throughout the course of the series, but they do deserve a ton of credit for stretching this out to 7 games, because Oklahoma City won 68 games throughout the regular season. Mark Daignault and his staff have done a great job with that team. They are legit. They're deep. Their defense is fantastic, and they've got Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Kendrick Perkins, many thanks. The NBA champion, the Kendrick Perkins, joins us now. Perk, this looked a lot more like the Thunder team we saw all season, just wore down the Nuggets with the superior numbers and the punishing defense. What stood out to you about the way OKC closed this out?
Well, one, their leader. And I'm not talking about SGA. I'm talking about Alex Caruso, the champion, who set the tone, who was the MVP of this Game 7, in my opinion. But the other guy, the Robin on the team to SGA, is Jalen Williams, J-Dub. He had 24 points on 10 of 17 shooting. And if he plays consistently like that, at that level, they're going to win an NBA championship. The problem is that he's been inconsistent. Before this game today, the last 3 games, he was shooting 10 for 43 from the field. Every Batman needs a Robin. I don't know no team in NBA history that has won an NBA championship without having a Robin to their Batman. But ultimately, they set the tone defensively. They got on their heels like a pair of church socks, and that's what changed the tone, and that's what brought the energy in that arena. But that's what the Thunder do, and that's why they've been the best defensive team, not only in the regular season, but also in the postseason.
You never know when the Perk line is going to come. The socks and the church thing, that was pretty good. On the other side.
Well, I appreciate it.
Yes. Mm-hmm. All credit to the Nuggets. They forced 7 games out of the top team in the NBA this season. But here we go. They've got an interim coach right now. The title is 2 years in the rear view. What does the future look like for this Nuggets team?
All credit to the Nuggets for what? Now, I give credit to Aaron Gordon for going out there with a grade 2 hamstring strain and putting it all out there on the line. But I can't give credit to the Denver Nuggets for being a second-round exit when you have the best player in the world, Nikola Jokic. The Denver Nuggets right now are doing him a disservice. When you have a guy like Jokic, Giannis, Steph, Braun, every single season, every single trade deadline, you need to make sure you're making moves to put the necessary pieces around him so that he has a legitimate shot of trying to win another NBA championship. And I think this offseason, they're going to have to make some tough decisions, starting with Jamal Murray and starting with Michael Porter Jr. Those 2 guys got to go. If I'm the Denver Nuggets, it's time to part ways with those 2 guys. It's time to go out there and put some pieces around Jokic that's going to make them a legitimate title contender. We cannot sit back and allow the Denver Nuggets to waste the best player in the world, time and prime.
Okay, maybe an offseason change there in Denver. Meanwhile, the Western Conference Finals are set. Timberwolves, Thunder, they split the season series 2-2. How do you see this conference finals going down?
It's going to be a brawl for it. Hey, listen, it's going to be a brawl for it all. This series going 7 games. And listen, I haven't decided who I'm going to roll with yet, but I do know this. It's going to be physical. Anthony Edwards is going to be on a mission because we know how he feels going into arenas when he play against greatness, especially when they announce SGA winning the MVP probably here in the next couple of days. So I'm looking forward to this series. I'm looking forward to the matchup of Julius Randle and Chet Holmgren. I'm looking forward to the matchup of, Isaiah Hartenstein and Rudy Gobert, the physicality. Both of these teams great at sliding those puppies on the perimeter. It's going to be a brawl for it all, and I can't wait for Tuesday.
Yeah, Tuesday's game 1. When do we get your final answer here, Perk? You can't stall for too much longer here.
Yeah, I can. I can stall all the way up until 30 minutes until game time.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I'm undecided.
Okay. You will not be influenced one way or the other. These are 2 great defensive teams, top 5 defenses. As you said, it's going to be physical. Looking forward to it. Again, Tuesday, 8:30 Eastern. On
NBA